Alright, let's just wing it. Well, where the hell is it? Whoa! Where's the rest of the Batmans? I needs the Batmans. Where are they? Where are they? Where's the box? Oh, there it is. Greetings, everyone. Oh, pretty close. Almost sliced my hand off, and then arterial spray in 3D. Yeah. By the way, some of you were asking, hey, you said all your videos were going to be in 3D this year, but I don't see a 3D option anywhere. How you get the 3D option is first, make sure the video's been up for more than 5 minutes, because it may still be processing the 3D option, so it might not actually be available yet. Second, how you activate it is basically just go down to the little gear in the corner there that, I think it's over there, down at the bottom of the player there somewhere. Yeah, the little gear, or, well, it's the gear at the time I'm recording this. It may be something else years from now. Go down there just to adjust the resolution, and then you should see the 3D option pop up right beside it. Then you just click that to activate it and select what type of 3D you want. And there you go. Basically whatever you have the type of glasses for. I don't know, it seems to vary. Like if I reach forward to the screen, it may not necessarily look like I'm reaching out of your screen, but at the very least it does seem to give a little bit of additional depth to the surroundings. So, whatever, it's a gimmick, and I just figured what the hell. But we're not here to talk about that today. We're here to talk about some more Blu-rays. Yes, another Blu-ray update. I guess I'm sort of filling in the blanks with a bit of babble because there's not a lot to talk about in this one. It's just kind of a short one. Yeah. Does that say 25 minutes down there? I can't tell. Anyway. Yeah, just a couple of things today, but I wanted to, they're definitely worthy of mentioning, and I just wanted to do a quick update letting you know that I got them, and you will likely see some videos about at least one of them in the not too distant future. Yeah, so last time we talked about me finally completing the Marvel animated movie collection, so I thought, well, since we're on a bit of a comic book kick at the moment, why don't we carry on with the trend and take a look at some other things I got based on comics, namely some live-action movies, a couple of reacquisitions and a couple of new acquisitions. Well, 2 reacquisitions, 1 reacquisition that's also an upgrade, and 1 new acquisition. So 4 things. Well, technically 6, but 2 of them are just plain Jane reacquisitions, not really worth talking about much. Anyway, let's see what I got. Stuff based on comics, Blu-rays up the yin-yang, today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Well, a little while ago, it was early 2012, I was, surprise, surprise, hard up for money again. Always seems to be the beginning of the year, I'm dead broke. Well, ended up selling off a good chunk of the Blu-ray collection. One of the things I ended up selling off was this, the Marvel 3-pack of the two Fantastic Four movies and the Daredevil director's cut. I did keep the box, however, because I don't know, I just thought, nice box. And, well, I recently reacquired all three movies so I can actually fill them up again. Now, the thing that's interesting about it is, okay, we got Fantastic Four. That's the same. No difference there. We got Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's no different there. But they recently re-released both Daredevil and Elektra with brand new covers. I don't know why, but these are completely different covers to what they had before. So, yeah. So I thought I'd just make a little mention of it. Content-wise, they are exactly the same as the previously available editions. The only difference is they did slightly more, dark and mysterious covers. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Even if you hated the Daredevil theatrical cut, see the director's cut. It really is like a completely different movie. It's so much better, and it's darker, and it's just got way more going on. As for Elektra, I don't know. I think it has its moments, but I know the big complaint I hear a lot of people say, well, some of my Kung Fu movie fan friends, is that basically they just took a bunch of famous moments from different Kung Fu movies and slapped them all together into a movie and called it Elektra. That might be a bit of a harsh indictment. I don't think it's quite that bad. It's a passable little action adventurer. God, I just can't talk at all today. Action adventurer? Yeah, that's a little better. With ninjas and Kung Fu and Jennifer Garner looking hot and delicious as always. But yeah, as for it being a nice continuation of Daredevil, I don't know. I've heard rumors there may actually be a second Daredevil movie in the works that is a proper sequel to this. I'm guessing based on the popularity of the director's cut. So, yeah, I don't know. Remains to be seen. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so anyway, finally got the sort of the maligned Marvel movies back in the collection. I know these are not the four most highly regarded. Of the four, Daredevil is definitely the best one. I don't think Fantastic Four is a complete write-off. I think they both have their moments. I think I talked about this last time when I first got them, but basically, in a nutshell, the thing that ruined Rise of the Silver Surfer for me, I thought it was great throughout the whole movie until Galactus showed up. They really, really fucked up Galactus. And then the first Fantastic Four, I've never actually seen the theatrical cut. I've only ever seen... gotta get it here. The extended edition. And the extended edition is really good, actually. The only issue I had with this was the characterization of Dr. Doom. I thought the whole idea of him growing the metal on his face and arms and everything was just weird and strange. And why? Why are they doing that? Yeah, but I liked a lot of other aspects of it. And I guess the other issue I have with it is having Jessica Alba, a beautiful, talented Hispanic actress. And I mentioned her race not to be racist or, whatever, but just as a matter of her looks. She looks very Hispanic. She has just beautiful Hispanic features. Dark skin, dark eyes, just absolutely stunning. So what do? They try to turn her into Sue Storm by giving her a blonde wig and blue contacts. I'm sorry, but you can make her look blonde and blue-eyed as much as you want. She's never going to not look Hispanic. So, yeah, it's just a case of don't try to turn somebody into someone or something that they're not, because it just ends up looking weird. So, yeah, I don't know why they did. I mean, it's not like there's a shortage of blonde-haired, blue-eyed actresses out there. And it's no slight on Jessica Alba's acting ability. No, I mean, she acted up a storm. Get it? You see what I did there? Yeah, anyway, on to the next ones. Next up, this is one that I sort of got on sale. It was $25. But normally it goes for about 30 or 40 from what I've seen. And I haven't seen this in stores literally in years. I thought I was going to have to special order it on the internet. This is one that I used to have the just regular Blu-ray edition of, bare bones. It was actually one of the first Blu-rays I bought, just because I really wanted to see the movie. But I ended up getting rid of that. And then I remember at the time, well, let me show you what it is first, and then we'll talk about it a little more. I picked up the limited edition, now very hard to find, digibook of 300, The Complete Experience. Yeah, I have wanted this since I first heard it was coming out. Now, the story. I originally had the bare bones Blu-ray edition of it, and then they came out with some big deluxe ultimate edition only on DVD. And I was like, what the hell? Why is this only on DVD? Why do we not have the Blu-ray edition? Well, a couple years down the road, they came out with this, which basically had all the additional extras that were in that ultimate edition, just missing some of the swag. What we did get is this really nice digibook. Let me just close that down. Yeah. So it's just a single disc edition, but it has lots and lots of stuff. And there's actually a guide to the interactive features here, because there's multiple paths you can take through the featurettes depending on what aspect of the film you want to know about. So there's 3 different paths. There's the Creating a Legend is path 1, reveals the process by which Frank Miller turned an ancient historic battle into a vibrant visionary graphic novel, and the care and passion director Zack Snyder took in adapting Miller's vision to the big screen. Path 2, Bringing the Legend to Life, details the filmmaking techniques, both classic and cutting edge, employed to bring Miller's intense imagery and ideas to cinematic life. And then Path 3, the history behind the myth. That would actually be quite interesting. Compares the historical facts behind the Battle of Thermopylae and everyday Spartan life with their interpretations, sometimes faithful. Excuse me. I tried to fight that off, but it was just not going to back down. With their interpretations, sometimes faithful and sometimes fanciful, in the dazzling dynamic screen epic known as 300. So basically you got 3 paths, one of which focuses more on the comic, one of which focuses on the filmmaking, and then one of which focuses on the actual history versus the interpretation we see in the movie and comic. So pretty cool that they did that, because, some people complain that, it's not historically accurate, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it's Zack Snyder, uses too much slow motion. Well, whatever, don't watch his movies then. I like his style, and I look forward to his version of Superman. But, as you can see, just some fantastic pictures in here. And it actually does give you, like this, for example, you see the image from the graphic novel, the infamous "This is Sparta" line, and then how it appears in the movie. So you get to see some comparisons there, so that's pretty cool. But, this is a digibook that I've wanted for a very long time. And every time I saw it around, I didn't have the money for it, or I was focusing on other things. And then by the time I did have the money for it, it just kind of disappeared. And I kept checking online to make sure it hadn't gone out of print or anything. So as far as I know, it's not out of print. It just became hard to find. So I was in Walmart, I think it was Boxing Day, doing some of my Boxing Day shopping and grabbing the good deals. And this is actually the reason I didn't buy Season 7 of The Simpsons, is because Season 7 of The Simpsons would have been $15. This was $25. I basically had enough left in my pocket to get one or the other. Something had to go. So I thought, well, I've already got 6 seasons of The Simpsons, and this is something I've been wanting for a very long time. So I'm going to get this instead. And that's basically what the executive decision I made at the time. So if we take a look at the extras here, we actually do have, there is a backing that came with it, but of course just took it off because you had the, very nice imagery on the back there, which is quite dramatic. So here we have, prepare for Blu-ray glory and immerse yourself in the 300 experience as never before. 2 hours of exclusive extra content. The complete 300. A new picture-in-picture experience provides 3 unique perspectives to explore during the film. Yeah, so those 3 paths are like, kind of like the maximum movie mode thing I'm always talking about. It's like that. In fact, I think that's exactly what it is. They just didn't name it that. So you got Creating Legend, Bringing the Legend to Life, and the history behind the myth. We already went through that. Plus a special features army. You got blue screen, picture-in-picture. Director Zack Snyder compares the pre-CGI enhanced version to the finished film. 300 Spartans, Factor Fiction in high definition. Preparing for Battle, the original test footage in high definition. Who were the Spartans in high definition? The Frank Miller tapes, Frank Miller's vision realized on film in high definition. Webisodes, behind the scenes sneak peeks on the set of 300. Additional scenes in high definition. Audio commentary by Zack Snyder in high definition. Oh, wait a minute. Anyway, audio commentary by director Zack Snyder and more. Awesome. It has the and more feature that I always like. And then additional features via Warner Brothers BD Live, yeah, which may or may not even be available anymore. So this particular edition came out in 2009, which was around the time that Watchmen was in theaters and making waves. So there was a lot of Zack Snyder in the media at the time. So this was kind of put out to tie in with that. Now, speaking of stuff that people keep asking me about, hey, Sean, when are you going to see The Dark Knight Rises? Right now. Yeah, I know. I completely understand why I was asked about this so much because, you know, everybody knows what a big Batman fan I am. And it's like, well, hey, why haven't you gone out to see it yet? I just don't get out to the theater very much. And especially when I know that I can buy the movie on Blu-ray when it comes out for about the same price as it would cost to go and see it at the theater, you know, including food and stuff like that. But the difference being having it on Blu-ray, I can watch as many times as I want. So I have watched the movie. Initial thoughts, well, I guess all I will say at this point is because I want to sit down and actually watch the whole trilogy over again and then do like a proper in-depth, you know, give like in-depth critique of each one. Initial impressions, I liked the film. I thought it was okay. I was disappointed that there wasn't a lot of Batman in this Batman movie. I really liked Bane. I thought he was a really effective villain. But honestly, I think The Dark Knight is the best of the three by a pretty long stretch. But that said, I do have issues with all three and with the trilogy as a whole, but we'll go into those another time. Do I think they're bad films? No. I think they're excellent films. They got fantastic cast, you know, some terrific moments, you know, very powerful emotion and drama and stuff like that. But it's just as Batman films, I don't think they work as well as they could have. Yeah. You can feel free to pre-debate down below, or you can just wait until I actually sit down and do my proper in-depth look at the trilogy. Some of you may be wondering, hey, you just got the regular edition. Yeah, I got it with the cool lenticular slipcover, though. I mean, come on, that's a pretty badass slipcover. But, yeah, it's not too bad. And one of the reasons I got this edition and not the Steelbook or the Trilogy edition, I know the Trilogy edition is apparently quite nice, comes with like a 48-page behind-the-scenes book, which is apparently quite nice. One of the reasons I got this edition is because I just have the regular edition of The Dark Knight, you know, which is great. And basically the regular edition to Batman Begins, which sadly does not come with a slipcover. But what is cool about the Batman Begins edition is it is the special edition with all kinds of cool stuff. I have done a video about this. I'll post a link in the description if you'd like to check it out. I also did a video about this when I first got it, so I'll post a link to that as well. So check out the description for more Batman goodness. So yeah, so the reason I didn't get the Steelbook was because I didn't have the Steelbooks of the other two. And like that. And there you go. So now I have this version of the collection, which all matches up nicely. I don't keep the first one in this big cumbersome box because, well, it's a big cumbersome box. But I do keep the big cumbersome box and its contents on hand. But yeah, so anyway, there you go. So I do have the complete Nolan-verse Batman trilogy, and it all lines up quite nicely on the shelf, so not too bad. So in terms of extras, this is probably nothing you don't already know, but let's take a quick peek here. 3-disc combo pack. We've got over 3 hours of bonus features, including the Batmobile. Witness all 5 Batmobiles together for the first time in history. Dive deep into every aspect of the most awe-inspiring weapon in Batman's arsenal as you journey through the birth and evolution of this technological marvel and cultural icon. Ending the Night. A comprehensive look into how director Christopher Nolan and his production team made The Dark Knight Rises the epic conclusion to the Dark Knight legend. And much more. That's it. 2 featurettes. I cannot believe that those 2 featurettes equal 3 hours. Yeah, and that's it. And a Dark Knight app. Fuck apps. Seriously, fuck apps. I hate that the world is all about apps now. Fuck apps. Anyway, Dark Knight Rises. Let's take a quick look inside here. We got Ooh, look at this. You can get exclusive content. Oh, yeah. Oh, and stuff from the App Store. Fuck apps. I'm going to say that every time I see apps mentioned on anything. I'm so sick of app this and app that. It's like, don't have an iPad. Don't have a smartphone. Have no desire to get either. I'm quite fine without them, thanks. Anyway. Yeah, for those of you who think I'm all about the latest, greatest, newest technology and just have to have all the latest, greatest toys, no, actually. I don't, so there we go. Not bad disc art, but again, Warner kind of disappoints in that there's not full color disc art. I remember this was a bit of an issue when The Dark Knight came out on DVD and Blu-ray as well, was that kind of lacking in extras and bonus goodies. You'd think with such massive movies that these were, they would really get the deluxe treatment. Now, I guess the trilogy set kind of makes up for that because you get the book and everything, but and I have heard that apparently there is some kind of ultimate edition of the trilogy coming out down the line, which is why I wasn't really too concerned about getting the regular editions and skipping over the current trilogy set, because apparently there's the super duper uber deluxe edition coming out. Will I double dip on that? Yeah, I'll probably double dip on that one because it sounds like it's going to be a pretty big deal. I mean, if Warner's other Ultimate editions of their movies are any indication, or even just Ultimate edition of The Watchmen, Ultimate Matrix trilogy, Ultimate Ben-Hur, Willy Wonka, Casablanca, all of those, they've all been worth it in the past. So I'm quite willing to wait until that comes out and then make that the Ultimate edition of Doom. In the meantime, I'm quite happy with these. I can watch the movies, and there's a little bit of extras on there anyway, so not too shabby. Yeah, so that's it. Did we manage to keep it under 25 minutes? Let's take a quick peek. Oh, yeah, just, by a few minutes anyway. Short-ish. Short for me, anyway. Alrighty. That is it from me to you for now, folks. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. And fuck apps.